What's going on, guys? WadeOnAHookah back, and today I've got another review. Today we're going to be talking about the AppleOnTop Provost heat management device. As most of you know, I'm a big fan of heat management devices. I have most of the ones on the market. Got a Kaloud, Lotus, Ignis, Razer, Stratus, and this. And that's really most of the major prevalent heat management devices on the market. However, they're all mostly the same. They all are meant to sit directly on top of the tobacco. However, today we're going to be talking about the Provost, which doesn't do that. I think the original intent of the Provost was actually to sit on top of the tobacco itself. We're going to be talking about it in implementation on top of foil. So essentially you pack a bowl like normal, you foil it like you would if you were just smoking with foil, and you just pop the Provost on top. It's an interesting device, and we're going to be talking about why. The Provost is actually something that I've had for quite a while. I've had two actually. I had one break on me, and then my second one, I've had them. I've been testing it really. I wanted to do a review sooner, but I guess I wanted to do extra testing. I don't know. Yeah, I've had it for about 6-7 months, so I feel like I've got an adequate grasp on how it works and what the pros and cons are at this point. So we're gonna be talking about it today. So the first main point is that a lot of people hate that it goes on top of foil, and that is a weird thing. I will grant you that. It is kind of strange. I would kind of cringe if someone put a Lotus on top of foil. However, with this, it's got a tray on the bottom for where your coals are going to rest. That tray is so thin that you don't want to put it on just on the bowl itself. It would just burn. And with the foil, it gives it helps distribute the heat a little bit more evenly. And that's the main pro to the Provost. Essentially, if you watch me, I pack this bowl and then I only put 2 coals in the Provost. This is a bowl that would normally require 3 coals at least. 3 coals is fine actually, but yeah. So essentially it helps the heat disperse to a point where you only need 2 coals. 3 would be way too much, where a bowl would be absolutely scorched. But the top part is what helps the heat. It's essentially a wind cover, and it helps give your coals a longevity that's unprecedented and helps the heat disperse amongst the bowl a little bit more evenly. It helps give a very even cook to your tobacco. So essentially, one of the main pros to like a Lotus or an Ignis or a Razer or a Stratus is that coals last longer in them because of the way they're encapsulated. There's no wind to essentially make them dissipate faster, I guess. And that's what the Provost does, but on foil. So you get the added benefits of smoking with foil, but also a heat management device. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds, but it is what it is. You know, you can take it for what it is, because I'm not saying take it for what it's worth anymore. So yeah, with the top part, you can see, I'll show you a clip down where I'm overlaying. The inside does not spin, that's what's resting on the tray. And the top part has vents like a Lotus or a Stratus or whatever that close, so it'll trap in the heat. So if your bowl's starting to die, you can close the lids, get a little bit longer at your session. This thing, the way it helps extend coal life is astronomical. It's as much as a Lotus. So I've got 2 flats in this bowl now. These coals will probably last at least an hour, if not an hour and a half. Kind of depends. I'm using some cocoa earths. The new batch is a little finicky. Different story, different review. But yeah, so the longevity is just unprecedented, and the amount of heat that it can get to your bowl with just 2 coals is perfect. I don't feel like I'm torching my bowl. I don't feel like I'm going overboard, and I'm saving that extra coal. Granted, a coal is maybe 4 cents, but you know, it's nice to save where you can, and it really helps get you a thorough cook. If I go 2 rounds on this bowl, which is the Liberty Fudge Bowl, it takes about 2 rounds of flats? Yeah, about 2 rounds of flats. So the bowl will smoke about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it'll be cooked, like cooked all the way through. And so it's kind of a crutch almost, I'd say, because it helps you get that thorough pack, or that thorough cook. But it also, with the way it distributes the heat, that's what's helping you get that thorough cook, and that's something you couldn't get with foil on its own. It's something you get with any heat management device, but a bowl like this doesn't use that. Different story again. But yeah, so I really like the device. It's become something I use pretty much daily at this point. I use it probably more than some of my heat management devices like the Razer that I don't really care for. And yeah, it's found its way into just about probably it's a daily driver at this point. I really like it paired with the 80 feet bowl and the Liberty Fudge Bowl because it sits perfectly on the rim. A side note is that it can work on larger bowls. However, when you get a bowl that's got a wider diameter, it's going to cause foil drag. So essentially it's a heavy thing, so it's sitting on the foil, and you know, weight, gravity, all that good stuff. It's gonna push down. And I've gotten some foil drag. Like I got a Project Black Bowl about a week ago. I tried it once with the Provost, and I could barely smoke out of it with the lid on, so I had to take the lid off and smoke like that. But yeah, it works for just about any tobacco. I've used it with Pure, Trifecta, Ugly, Tangiers. It's great for. It really helps you. This helps with the heat management a lot. So Tangiers, it's great for. Alfalfa. Really, I can't think of a tobacco that's not good for. I think the only one I probably wouldn't use it for is social smoke, because social smoke doesn't need a lot of heat as is. So using something like this kind of cranks up the heat a little bit. So I feel like it probably wouldn't go over that well. I didn't try it because that's something I feel like I don't need to try. I don't know. You guys can try it. Tell me if it works. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know. Yeah, that's about it for the review. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions about the Provost, feel free to drop them in the comments. I think it's pretty apparent. I do like the device. I use it every day, and I think it's a very, very great device. And it's only 30 bucks, so for that price point, solid. If you think about buying a bowl, maybe just skip out and buy this. Use it with the bowls you've got. I don't know. I really enjoy it. If you want to pick it up, you can find it over at hookahheroes.com, and you can use my discount code WadeOnAHookah to save 15% off of your order. I believe that's how it works. But yeah, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, smash that motherfucking like button, just smash it. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and happy smokes.